Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Strange Horticulture. So we're getting back into Undermere, and we're gonna figure out exactly what is going on with the little coven. Oh, that's right. To the east of the castle, across the river and through the mountain pass, it grows at the edge of the wood. That's right. To the east of the castle, across the river and through the wood, and through the mountain pass. Alright, there's one castle. Oh, here's another castle. Across the river and through the mountain pass. That's a mountain pass. It grows at the edge of the wood. Does it mean that one? Is there another castle? Shizer Castle. To the east of the castle, across the river, and through the mountain pass, it grows at the edge of the wood. Let's try this one. Yeah, the trees sway effortlessly in the cool breeze. The low hum of crickets chirping rides the wind. A sense of calm washes over me, and I'm rewarded with a new find. New plant! Ooh, viney. Cool. What do you have to say? It moves fast for a plant. Oh, it's breaking through. Interesting. Alright, put you away. Get you out. Are you still glowing? You are. That's kind of cool. Okay. Pet the kitty. Yes. And start our day. Hello, Verona. It is time. The servant is on the move again. Time to act. Meet me at the ritual site. I hope for all our sakes that you've been able to track down all the plants we need. Oh! Snap. Is it time already? Oh dear. Okay. What do you say? The woken Dendrew is loyal to the summoner. Servant is to be immortal. 5 plants. Yeah, we know that. We have 5 plants there. Briar's Dis results to that. Fatal fungi. Okay. First is the corpse's friend. A reminder. Isn't it Dead Man's Fingers? This fungus is typically found in dense forests, protruding through the mulch. At a glance, it can appear as though a corpse is reaching up from the undergrowth, said to strengthen resolve and sharpen the mind. I think so. Then comes the ankle grabber, the binder. Okay. Third is the fear bringer. Fourth, to lift a curse. Last, a petal to secure Black Blood's reverse. No. I don't know about those. Well, snap, crackle, and pop. Okay, the grabber, the binder. What could that be, man? Third is the fear bringer. Okay, okay. Well, does anyone else show up? We must act before it is too late. Gather the plants and meet me at the ritual site. Nope, it's just you. Okay. Oh dear. Are you gonna tell me what the plants are? Meet me at the ritual site. Isn't that it? The circle of ancient rhyolite boulders has been a site of ritual importance for hundreds of years. A lone pillar of red sandstone stands off to one side. So that's not it. That's not the location. So I'm going to the Great Oak. Okay. That's where I'm going. All right, let's build the backup. I'm going to the Great Oak. Oh, dang. I didn't realize day 16 was the ending. Well, dang. Come on. Okay, well, let's see. I have some that I haven't identified. What's a devil's night trap? This plant is known colloquially as the corpse's friend. Wait, corpse's friend. If ingested as a seed, it will cause a slow, agonizing death, and the plant will grow out of the body once deceased. It has a light, pleasant scent, not dissimilar to pine needles. Boiling the root in vinegar creates a tonic against fevers and poisons. Okay. Do I have a possibility of... No. Okay. Okay, so I need something with a light, pleasant scent, not dissimilar to pine needles. Nope. Hey, it has a soft aroma that reminds me of a pine forest. Okay, up you go. No. Nope. 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 Okay. So you're Devil's Night Trap. Okay, so I'm gonna need you for that. What about Umbrella? Do I have a possible Ambrella? No. What does Ambrella say? Powerful balm against diseases of the heart. It will not be a cure once illness has set in, but it can ease pain and prolong life. Ooh. For it to lift a curse. Wait. Umbrella has long-running leaves and a flower that smells of strawberries. Wait. Like strawberry dipped in honey. You're the only one who mentioned strawberries, right? Yeah? I'll stick you up there. Sickly sweet, unpleasant. Smells like sweet rhubarb. Okay, so you're most likely Ambrella. Carnivorous Torren. It's probably that. Known as in the north as Andrew's Bane. After the unfortunate demise of a man called Andrew Jardin, he was caught and slowly eaten alive by a large specimen. Revered in the occult world, a cross-section of the Torren stem reveals pentagonal symmetry. You've got to be the Carnivorous Torren. It makes the most sense. Nope. Give me those back. Alright. Yank. Who else we got? Evulum? You're Evulum. Haverage? Nope. Pretty blue flowers line the stems of this sought-after plant. It is said that if you give Haverage to your beloved under the light of a full moon, you will both live long and blessed lives. Ooh, pretty blue flowers. Dark purple. Pretty blue flowers, same thing. It's most likely you. Haverage. Okay, who else we missing? Lesser Merrydock. Lesser Merrydock, and then Lisle of Neptune. Also called Truthsayer, this plant will force a person to tell the truth when eaten. The sparsely petaled pale flower gives off a strong scent. Leaves are strong and leathery. Dark blue, a bland smelling flower, a pale scent, and pale flowers. Gentle scent. Right? You. A sparsely petaled pale... Wait, sparsely petaled. Would you be considered sparsely petaled? I don't have anything else over here, right? I wouldn't consider you sparsely petaled, but a sparsely petaled pale flower gives off a strong scent. You are not a strong scent. Rather unpleasant. Rather unpleasant scent. Well, truth wouldn't be. We're gonna go with you. Lisle of Neptune for a possibility. Yank again. A Pennybell. The leaves of the Pennybell are chewed by some for their hallucinogenic properties. However, it is highly addictive and can lead to sickness and death. Bell-like fleet. Yeah, you're a Pennybell then. That one's fairly easy. No, not you. You. A Pennybell. A Prittle. Coveted by the rich, pretty Prittle is crushed to make dyes. Hey, Groucho. This is a very rare plant that is hard to come by and requires great care to cultivate. Yeah, most likely the Prittle. There we go. Prittle. Alright. Prittle. Spring Waxcap. Nope. It's one of you two. It's probably that one. An edible mushroom with some wild medicinal properties. When dried and eaten, it can help relieve pain. That's you. Spring Waxcap. Storian, I think I found... Yeah, you're the Storian. Swiftsnare, the binder. Hey, 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 hey. Then comes the ankle grabber, the binder. And the never let go are several of the names given to this plant that may give some clue as to its properties once ensnared as impossible. Heart-shaped leaves. That would be you. Yes, you are Swiftsnare. Swiftsnare. And you... And you are needed. Is there any more space over here? No, there is not. Of course not. We're going to stick you down here then. First, then... Okay. Swiftsnare. Thum. Pronounced tomb. Oh, this flower. Hey, Ninny. This tomb. Pronounced tomb. This flower is sometimes associated with death. Tomb is used as a fragrance in soaps and candles, so something that smells good. Probably you. Smells like sweet rhubarb, yeah. Twilight Lepiota. In the twilight where shadows grow, take leaf and root and eye of crow, a plant of gloom and despair and dark magic. Do not be fooled by the pretty flower. The smell it gives off is quite foul. Oh. A somewhat damp smell. Bland. The leaves are strong and leathery. Huh. Do not be fooled by the pretty flower. The smell it gives off is quite foul. You. A rather unpleasant scent. You are Twilight. Instead of... Well, I wasn't sure about the Lisle of Neptune anyway. So, Twilight Lepiota. That's who you are. Widow's Woe, said to induce fear. Third is the Fearbringer, said to induce fear. Also called Kempfoot, partly due to the unpleasant scent. Dainty dark flowers grow out from a bed of long thin leaves. Dark purple flowers. Thin leaves. You would be Widow's Woe. And you are the Fearbringer. Fourth to lift a curse. Okay, that's everything in the book. Okay. So, fourth to lift a curse. So I have 4 here that I don't have pages for? Interesting. Well, one of you is probably the Lisle of Neptune. probably you. That was my first assumption, but I was probably wrong. Yep. But you kind of look like the picture. Sparsely pale flower. Yeah. I'm gonna say you're the Lisle of Neptune. You're the Trusair. Alright, so I just have 3 that I probably don't have pages for, and then that one. Okay, so I've got 3. I've got first is the Corpse Friend, Devil's Night Trap. Then comes the Ankle Grabber, Swiftsnare. Third is the Fear Bringer. Fourth is a Curse Lifter. A Curse Lifter, a Curse Lifter. Curse Lifter. I'm gonna have to go through all of them, aren't I? Okay. Psychic abilities, disease of the heart. Milky, hypothermia. Help the dead find peace. Skin rash. Nope. Produce a flower besides shielding. Those who worship. Oh, the Huntress. Lockpick. Eye strain. Courage. We have Devil's Night Dranthium. Mind altering abilities. Green Eye. Oh. Last petal to secure Black Blood's reverse. The petals of this flower can be brewed to create an antidote to Dendra's miasma, a deadly poison that causes the blood to slowly turn black. Elderphinium, Elderphinium. I have found Elderphinium. Alright. Elderphinium. Oh, Elderphinium. You are the last one. Pedicure, Black Blood's reverse. Okay. Protective properties. I need something to lift a curse. Rejuvenate. Venom. Energy boost. Strength. Contract of friendship. Sleeper. This is the one that makes you die. Digestive troubles. No. Glowhorn, you glow. Haverage to your beloved. They release seeds with it. Once dried and harnessed, stems can be burned as incense. This can provide pain relief. Memory. Any person you wish to locate. Curing afflictions of the heart. It's thought to be a kidney shaped seeds. Causes strong smoke sap this plant. Drain a person's mental faculties. Trusair. Paralyzing agent. Oh, Long Veracund. Sometimes believed to lift curses. Long Veracund. Long Veracund. Trimble, Feverkiss, Long Veracund. Come on, over here. Over here. Right in the middle. All right. Fourth to lift a curse. Okay. I think I'm set. One says 09. Didn't I try that? I went to N9. So what's at 09? Oh. A small stone shrine sits off to one side of the clearing. 5 grooves run out from the center of the stone, winding into recesses at the base. 5 slots for 5 plants. Oh, did I find the right spot? Okay. First is the corpse's friend. Then comes the ankle binder. Third is the fear bringer. Fourth to lift a curse. Last, a petal to secure Black Blood's reverse. 4 out of 5 correct plants. So close. Time is pressing. I must get this right. Oh! Okay, Devil's Night Trap, Swiftsnare, Widow's Woe, Long Veracund, and Elderphinium. Isn't that supposed to be it? Oh no. One of those is not... Oh, one of those is not right. Oh no. Okay. Devil's Night Trap. Okay, those are confirmed. So Widow's Woe and Swiftsnare. Swiftsnare. This isn't Widow's Woe. Okay, that's where I was wrong. This is Widow's Woe. This is Widow's Woe. You are not. Okay. Well done. I will take it from here. Okay, Verona. I stand back and watch as Verona walks around the shrine, muttering soft incantations. Feels like a long time passes before she looks up, but in reality it was perhaps only 10 minutes. Nothing's happening. What do you mean nothing's happening? Have we got the right plants? I think so. Perhaps we just need to be patient. A loud noise behind us makes us all jump. Turning around, I see something that makes my blood run cold. The woman in the jade mask is walking calmly and slowly towards us from the other side of the clearing. Behind her, standing tall and terrifying, is the black silhouette of the servant. Oh, Jesus! That is not what I expected. Okay, then. What was that about being patient? I think we're out of time. Do not be afraid. I am here to surrender willingly. The servant cannot be allowed to... Ah! The creature lunges forward and brings a huge arm scything towards her. Her scream pierces the cold air and she drops to her knees, clutching her head. But the blow seems to glance off to one side as it comes hurtling down, and the beast's claw ends up embedded in the dirt instead of the woman's back. Whew. I can't hold it back much longer. You need this. She throws a small vial of red liquid, which Reuben deftly catches and holds up to the light. Blood. Quickly! I know what to do. Verona grabs the vial and fumbles to get the stopper out as she turns back to the shrine. The servant has its huge arm free again and is slowly advancing with strange, jerking movements. Verona pours the blood into a small cavity in the shrine, and everything seems to happen at once. A pillar of bright white light launches out of the shrine towards the servant and hits it in the chest. The huge beast shrieks and staggers backwards, drowning out the screams of the woman in the jade mask, who's clutching her head and writhing in agony on the ground. Oh. There is an almighty thunderclap and a blinding flash of light, and suddenly the servant is gone. A patch of charred ground smolders where it stood just moments before. My head is spinning at what has just happened. Did it work? Have we defeated the servant? Banished. Perform the ritual. Friday. With the dust settled and the servant vanquished, I have been able to reflect on the events of the last few weeks. We were fortunate that Thea was able to stay in control of the beast for as long as she did. Alright, so Thea was the woman in the jade mask. Who can say what would have happened if she was unable to prevent it causing the destruction it craves? So I did give her the right potion that day. Undermere has never felt so jubilant, so full of life. All the nervous tension that has built up evaporated in an instant, and the people have plowed their energies into celebration and merriment. They do not know the whole truth, of course, that Thea, the woman in the jade mask, was the one who summoned the servant. I promised Reuben that I would leave it to him to unravel that mess. She is his daughter, after all. Woo! And as for myself, well, I'm back in the calm of Strange Horticulture, of course with Helbor for company. It's quieter around here, but I am content, and there are always more plants to learn about and discover. Ending. Complete the game. Alright, so ending 2. Elderphinium. The sleeping Dendrew. It is done. The servant can go back to being a dark story for dusty shelves. Reuben Ward, the investigator, alive. Attempting to reconnect with his daughter. Verona Green, the occult scholar, alive. She regularly visits you for advice. You become firm friends. The only dead person, Bethany Coleman, the sister, killed by the servant. Faye Swift, the psychic, is alive. She's not dreamed of the servant since she performed the ritual. Good. Ennis Aylford, the cultist, in hiding. Has not been seen since the defeat of the servant. There are rumors he is living in Rydal Cave once again. Good. Stay in hiding. Forrest Vare, the hunter, wounded. Both his body and his pride have been damaged, but he lives. In hiding, Thea Ward, the woman in the jade mask. Ashamed of her actions that caused so much pain and death, it is unlikely she will ever fully recover from the trauma. And Isidore Burbridge, the barrister, alive, currently pursuing legal action against Strange Horticulture. Screw you! Game by Robin? Oh, cool! Okay, well, I did not realize day 16 was the ending of the game. Interesting. Alright. So, apparently there are 8 different endings. And it seems the endings can alter depending on what you do on day 15. Oh, this one alters depending on day 4. Interesting. Yep, day 4. Day 12. Day 12. Okay. All right, interesting. I didn't realize there were multiple endings. Oh, earlier. Have you ever heard of the Monastery of Black Veil? I think it would interest you. I learned of it from a man from Ravenglass. If you're ever in that part of the world, you should ask him about it. He owns the Horseshoe Inn on Main Street. Plants identified 60 of 77. Ooh. Monastery of the Black Veil. Horseshoe Inn on Main Street. From a man from Ravenglass. All right, let's find the city of Ravenglass. Ravenglass. Grassmere. Ambleside. Restland. Why am I so bad at finding freaking cities? Blackcomb, Ravenglass. I am met by a man with a thick black beard and kind eyes, who's delighted to have found a willing ear to listen to his stories. You won't find the Monastery of the Black Veil marked on any map. They don't want to be found. The monastery was on the edge of a wood. I remember that much. We must have been heading west because I could feel the sun on my face as it was evening. We crossed 2 rivers. Okay. Then we followed a river for a while. I could hear it by my left as we traveled. They left me here in Ravenglass, and I've stayed ever since. As I turned to leave, he adds, "Here, if you're serious about going, you'd better have this." All right, 1 river, 2 river. Followed a river for a while. They don't want to be found on the edge of a wood. Could it be this wood? Cross 2 rivers. Maybe. Ooh, the Elixir of the Black Veil. You won't find, they don't want to be found, the monastery on the edge of a wood. That's exactly what he said. Okay. Ravenglass. Followed it for a while. Crossed 2 rivers. On the edge of a forest. Ooh, 3 figures, their faces hidden behind black coverings, come out to greet me. The figure on the left speaks first. The monks of the Black Veil know of the horticulturist. Then the one in the center of the group adds they will share their knowledge if they receive the payment. The final moment, the trio stays silent. Oh. The Elixir of the Black Veil. I'll just put that away. Put that there for now. Alright, so I need to make... Well, I'll have to come back, because I need this to make an elixir. No seed will grow that does not wither. No water will languish upon the river. No man will last forever hail. We will all wear the blackened veil. Leaf of the Storian. Dark flower of the tomb and stench of twilight. Leaf of the Storian. Did I figure out a Storian? Storian. Leaf of the Storian. Dark flower of the tomb. Yeah. And stench of twilight. See if I got those right. I did! Excellent! Alright, so Storian is officially confirmed. So you can go join your brethren over here in the side of yellow. And then Thum is also confirmed. Where'd you go, little purple flower? Oh, I can stick you over here too. You can go back with your friends. Eep. No. Eep. You are confirmed as Thum. And then you are confirmed as Twilight Lupicuna. Okay, cool. 63 of 77 confirmed. Okay, so then I just got to go back to where I was. Wait. No, not you. You. Let's name you. Black Veil. Yoink. Go join your friends. Okay. Right, well, here. Elixer of the Black Veil. Identified. The third member of the trio accepts the elixir, and together they disappear into the monastery. Sometime later, they return with a stack of parchment. Ooh. Five new pages. Ho ho ho. Wait, these were also confirmed. Because I used them in the ritual. You can go up there. Yoink. Briar's Disc, okay. Oh, so I can keep on playing. Interesting. What is that, though? Circle, 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 triangle? I'll have to look that up later. Hello, Simone. It's good to see you too, Hellborn. It has been a while. You seem as relaxed as ever, though nothing ever phases you, does it? I must admit I've been buried in my books and seem to have missed all the excitement. I hear you and your plants had a part to play, though. Oh, you know, if I do say so myself. I've been collecting some information on a selection of plants for a little book I'm putting together. I was hoping you could help me finish identifying all these plants. Let's start with the moonlight flower, Bellinox. I've always loved that one. Well, I just got the thing for that. Looky here. The moonlight flower, dark, mysterious, and beautiful, has enchanted people for centuries. It's thought to send people mad with a subject desire, subjectively lure them to their deaths like a siren's call. Dark purple flowers. I'm gonna say you're the Bellinox. Plant identified, Bellinox. Wonderful. All right. Spring Waxcap. That's a mushroom, isn't it? It is. And it means I can change that color too, since you are officially identified. Haverage. That's one that I looked up earlier. Yes, plant identified. Haverage. Fool's Midnight. I don't think Oh, Fool's Midnight. Is that one of the new ones you gave me? Fool's Midnight. Used by some as an aphrodisiac, though the potent sulfuric aroma is enough to put off most. This dark mushroom has a fleshy underbelly said to have a unique sharp taste to those who are brave enough to try it. Smells rotten. Fool's Midnight identified. Wonderful. Fool's Midnight. Yoink. Ooh, Demmel sounds nice. Demmel. Yoink, 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 yoink. A-C... Nope. Demmel! This unremarkable flower is related to the common thistle. Its leaves are occasionally brewed into a tea that is used to calm anxiety. Bland-smelling flower. The leaves are strong and leathery. Well, calming, I'm going to say you. Demmel identified. Not Demmelo. Demmel. Lesser Merrydock. Lesser Merrydock. Ambrella. Identified. Evulum. I've never even heard of Evulum. Figured that one out a little while ago. Pennybell. Wonderful. Burdum. Ooh. You've got to be Burdum, because you're the only one without a label. Thick Burdum leaves make a tasty addition to soups and stews. Yeah, you're the one with thick leaves. B-U-R-D-U-M. Burdum. Poliscus. Let's bring you guys down here. Poliscus. Say what now? The Poliscus flower is crushed into a paste to cure coughs and sore throats. I suppose a cure doesn't work. I don't have any more. Do I have a plant in here without a label? Did someone get messed up? I don't have that plant. Carnivorous Torren, yeah. Prittle. Lisle of Neptune. Candlewood. Candlewood's already been identified, so you can't be Candlewood. Produces a red flower that provides a shielding effect. I have figured you out, unless I have another Candlewood somewhere. It says red flower, so let's find the reds. No, you're St. John's Poppy. Meek Dew. Eyebright, Weeping Bell. I don't have it. You're Candlewood. You're confirmed Candlewood. Poliscus, I'm sure I have that. Really? I have that somewhere around here? I don't think so. I don't think so. Huh. Ha ha ha. Poliscus. Where did I screw up? Poliscus. Pennybell. This is Poliscus. Oh, then what the heck is the Isle of Neptune? What is the Lisle of Neptune? That's the only one I had. I need to take another look at that clue card. Oh, I don't have it! No wonder I've been so freaking confused. Okay, okay. Alright. Circle, circle, triangle. So, the triangles are the mountains, the circles are the cities. So, I need 2 circles that are diagonal from each other with another one above it, so it can't be too high up. Oh, circle, circle. And then 1, 2, triangle. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yes. Okay, so it's here. It's here. So from the mountain, it's 1, 2, 3, down 1 here. The sun is low in the sky. I'm tired after a long day. I have earned this reward. You are my truthsayer. You jerk. Come on. The Lisle of Neptune. You Carnivorous Torren. A Prittle. Identify all the plants. Well, that seems to be all of them. You know, I think you've earned the right to call yourself an experienced horticulturist. I sure hope so. All right. End day. And that's the end of game. All right. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Well, I guess that's it. A really short one. I didn't realize day 16 was the ending. So, thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate it. And I'm going to end it here. I might go back and see if I can't get to the other endings. The stone circle is an impressive sight. Running my hand along the red sandstone of Longmeg, I feel a connection to the long-dead people who built it. There is ancient magic here. Faye arrives sometime after me. Do you have the elixir? It's now or never. Suddenly, Simone's warning comes back to me. What do I really know about this Faye? Perhaps it would be safer to take the elixir myself. I could use Swiftsnare to bind her. I realize I have a decision to make. Swiftsnare. The Swiftsnare catches Faye unaware, latching onto her slowly at first, but then as she struggles to break free, it binds tighter. Strong, curling vines leaping out to restrain her. Within moments, she is still, her eyes piercing me with fearsome hatred. There's no backing out now. I will drink the elixir myself. Elixir of control. The elixir tastes foul, like rotting fruit, but I force it down and somehow keep hold of the contents of my stomach. At first, nothing happens, but my pulse quickens as I feel it begin to take hold. It's as though I'm in two places at once, my mind swirling as it grapples with a dizzying new reality. And then the barrier is broken and everything floods through. I sense fear, and am surprised to find that it is not my own. It is the woman in the jade mask, Thea Ward. I do not need to be told her name. I know it now. Get out, get out, get out! I hear her words echo around my mind, as real as if she had spoken them out loud. She is screaming at me to get out, but why should I? I realize that I can brush her aside with ease, and suddenly there it is, a seductive darkness that I am part of, and it of me. I am the Dendrew, the dread. I am death. Friday. Time has passed since I became master of the servant. I do not know how long. Time stretches back into darkness in my mind. I am eternal. I am powerful. What have I done? Why? There is no what. There is no why. I can't think clearly. I will kill them. Kill who? Faces swim out from the void. Friends. They will not be harmed. They will not. I am in the shop. I am on a hillside. I smell earth and life, damp soil, green leaves, stained oak. I taste blood, matted fur, snapping bone. I am the horticulturist. I am the Dendrew, the dread. I am death. Ending 3, Gilded Dendra. I am the Dendrew. The servant is mine to control. Nothing will stand in my way. Alive, Reuben Ward, the investigator, working alongside Verona Green. Verona is also alive. She's not given up trying to perform the ritual. Let her. You will be ready when the time comes. Bethany Coldman is also alive. In your debt. Your actions helped save the sisterhood. Faye Swift is alive, plotting her revenge. She is nothing to you now. Ennis Elford is alive. The seeds of redemption have not got far without your help. Forrest Bear is wounded, but alive. Both his body and his pride have been damaged, but he lives. Thea Ward, the lady in the green mask. She fears you. She is right to do so. And Isidore Burbridge is deceased, presumed murdered. Well, I did kill him. Sorry? Not. The stone circle is an impressive sight. Running my hand along the red sandstone of Longmeg, I feel a connection to the long-dead people who built it. There is ancient magic here. Faye arrives sometime after me. Do you have the elixir? It's now or never. Suddenly, Simone's warning comes back to me. What do I really know about this Faye? Perhaps it would be safer to take the elixir myself. I could use Swiftsnare to bind her. I realize I have a decision to make. The Swiftsnare catches Faye unaware, latching onto her slowly at first. But then as she struggles to break free, it binds tighter, strong curling vines leaping out to restrain her. For the moment, she is still, her eyes piercing me with fearsome hatred. There's no backing out now. I will drink the elixir myself. Okay. Control. The elixir tastes foul, like rotting fruit, but I force it down and somehow keep hold of the contents of my stomach. At first, nothing happens, but my pulse quickens as I feel it begin to take hold. It's as though I'm in two places at once, my mind swirling as it grapples with a dizzying new reality, and then the barrier is broken and everything floods through. I sense another presence, alarmed, probing my mind. It is the woman in the jade mask, Thea Ward. I do not need to be told her name, I know it now. And there, behind it, but also part of it, the black chasm of the Dendrew. No. An ancient consciousness cascades into my own, and I am overwhelmed. My thoughts are stretched like galaxies drifting apart, time woven into thin silk. I try to pull back, but I cannot, and slowly, as though my thoughts have further to travel, I realize my mistake. You will not take this from me, horticulturist. She is the Dendrew, the dread. She is too strong. What have I done? I tried to take the servant for myself. What madness led me down that path? The woman in the jade mask brushed me aside with ease, and I was lost in the darkness. When I came to, I realized Faye and fled. I released Faye and fled with what little sanity I still possess. I have returned to Strange Horticulture to gather supplies, but I cannot stay here. I could feel the hatred and the bloodlust when I glimpsed their mind. She, or perhaps more accurately, the servant, for they are one and the same now, will hunt me wherever I go. I must travel far, far away from Undermere, and hope that will be enough. Ending 4, Swiftsnare. She is the Dendrew. I was weak and a fool. I should never have tried to take it for myself. Reuben Ward is alive. Verona Green is alive. She no longer trusts you and is still attempting to perform the ritual without your help. Faye is alive, still yearning to take control of the servant for herself. Alive, wounded, alive, remains master of the servant. The stone circle is an impressive sight. Running my hand along the red sandstone of Longmeg, I feel a connection to the long-dead people who built it. There is ancient magic here. Faye arrived sometime after me. Do you have the elixir? It's now or never. Suddenly, Simone's warning comes back to me. What do I really know about this Faye? Perhaps it would be safer to take the elixir myself. I could use Swiftsnare to bind her. I realize I have a decision to make. I'll give her the elixir of control this time. I watch in solemn silence as Faye unstoppers the glass bottle and raises it to her lips. She hesitates for a brief moment before tilting back her head and drinking in large gulps. For what seems like an eternity, nothing happens. Faye is sitting cross-legged in the middle of the stone circle. Her eyes are closed. Suddenly, her eyes snap open and she lets out a high-pitched wail. No! How can she be this strong? Her hands fly to her head as she screams in pain. She writhes around on the ground and I try to comfort her, but she flails about wildly, clawing at my chest and face. And then she is still. She is here. At that, Faye spins around fearfully as we hear a menacing sound away to the west. I look up in the direction of the noise, and what I see strikes fear through me. The servant is charging towards the stone circle at an astonishing pace, and perched atop its shoulders, rides the woman in the jade mask. The servant is mine. The creature leaps over the perimeter of the circle and lands in front of the cowering Fae. As she raises her hands in pitiable defiance, the servant strikes with its powerful jaw, killing her instantly. As the servant feasts on its prey, the woman in the jade mask turns her attention to me. You should know better, horticulturist. I am the Dendrew, the Dread. I am death. And with that, the huge creature rises, bright red blood dripping from its gaping maw, and I am certain my fate is sealed. I close my eyes and wait for the end. But the blow never comes. Instead, the servant, the woken Dendrew, the Dread, turns and walks away, led by the woman in the jade mask. What have I done? I have had some time to reflect on the events of the last few weeks. I see Faye's face every night as I lie awake, unable to sleep. I do not know what went wrong. The elixir seemed to work, but I think the woman in the jade mask had too strong a hold over the servant. It should have been me who took the elixir. I'm not saying I could have succeeded where Faye failed, but it should have been me. Either way, the servant remains under the control of the woman in the jade mask, but neither she nor it have been seen since. Undermere remains restless and tense, fearful of the violence that could descend at any moment. For my part, I hope that the woman in the jade mask, whoever she is, has reclaimed her humanity and taken the servant far from here. I think often about the way the creature looked at me before it turned away. It was not hunger or hatred. It was cold indifference. Ending 5, Dead Man's Fingers. Angered the beast. I thought I was doing the right thing. Instead, I have stirred the hornet's nest. Reuben Ward is alive, as well as Veronica Green. The Sisterhood also lives, but Faye is deceased. The cultist lives, and so does Forrest Vare. Thea Ward, the woman in the jade mask, remains the master. While Isadora Burbridge is insane this round. Best ending. The stone circle is an impressive sight. Running my hand along the red sandstone of a Longmeg, I feel a connection to the long-dead people who built it. There is ancient magic here. Faye arrives sometime after me. Do you have the elixir? It's now or never. Suddenly, Simone's warning comes back to me. What do I really know about this Faye? Perhaps it would be safer to take the elixir myself. I could use Swiftsnare to bind her. I realize I have a decision to make. Control. I watch in solemn silence as Faye unstoppers the glass bottle and raises it to her lips. She hesitates for a brief moment before tilting back her head and drinking in large gulps. For what seems like an eternity, nothing happens. Faye is sitting cross-legged in the middle of the stone circle. Her eyes are closed. Suddenly, her eyes snap open, darting back and forth unnaturally, and she starts muttering to herself. It's mine. Get out. It's mine. It's mine. It's mine. She stands up and looks straight ahead, her eyes wide, her expression impossible to read. She stretches out her arms in front of her. Come to me. She stands like that for some time, totally still, waiting patiently. I try talking to her, but she's unresponsive. I am considering trying to revive her with some Norwood when I hear a strange noise. I turn towards the source of the noise and am gripped by terror at what I see. A huge beast is careening towards the stone circle, covering 20 feet with every stride. Plant-like growths protrude from its gruesome head and body, and its long, dark limbs end in knife-like claws. I realize I have never known true fear until now. Faye seems unperturbed, however, excited even, as the servant approaches. When at last the creature stands before us, towering above our heads, she reaches out and touches it, appearing to savor the moment. Of course, she controls it now. The elixir worked. My turn. At that, the servant lifts back its head and roars, a horrendous primal scream that I feel throughout my body, and then it leaps forward, ripping an ancient rock from the stone circle and hurling it away as though it were a pebble on a riverbank. Faye shrieks with delight, and the servant reaches out a gnarled claw and delicately lifts her onto its back. I am left in stunned silence as the creature strides away in the direction it came from, the crazed Faye whooping and hollering as she rides her terrible prize. What have I done? Some time has passed between Faye taking control of the servant and now. I would like to be able to say that all has been resolved, that Faye took charge and brought the creature to heel, but that is not the case. Where before the servant was a threat in the shadows, now it is a menace that threatens all our lives. The towns of Sagil and Ketmere have been laid to ruin. The streets of Undermere are awash with tired and cold refugees who have fled their homes. How long will it be before she turns her attention south? One small grace that my actions have led to is that Thea, the woman in the jade mask, has regained hold of her sanity and has been reunited with her father, my friend Reuben. I promised him that I would leave it to him to unravel that mess. As for myself, I've slunk back to Strange Horticulture with my tail between my legs, ashamed of the choices I have made. If there is to be an end to this, I will play no part in it. A new terror. Ending 6. I was wrong to trust Faye. The servant is hers now. Reuben and Verona are alive, as well as Bethany and Faye, the new master of the servant. Neither she nor the servant have been seen since she took control. Alive, wounded, insane, and hiding. Now that the servant is no longer under her control, she has distanced herself from the torment that it continues to unleash. Cultist route. When I arrive at the stone circle, Aelford is already waiting for me. Behind him is a group of 5 hooded figures, all bearing the now familiar mark of the Seeds of Redemption. Did you bring the elixir? We only have one chance at this. It has to be now. I hand over the bottle of brown liquid, and Aelford snatches at it greedily. The redemption is at hand, my brothers and sisters. Praise the Dendrew. Bring forth the receptacle? Bring forth the receptacle. A shallow iron bowl is brought forward and placed in front of Aelford. He mutters some words and pours the brown liquid into the vessel. As he chants softly, a thin tendril of gray smoke begins to ascend, slowly at first, and then rising with his voice stronger and stronger until it is whirling vortex 20 feet high. The minutes stretch out as I wait with apprehension for what is to come, but nothing happens. Eventually, Aelford speaks again. It is done. Now we wait. An hour later. The sun is hanging low in the sky when we finally hear it. A long, low growl that sends shivers down my spine. Moments later, the woman in the jade mask appears at the western edge of the circle, and then, towering behind her, its head showing above the treetops, the skeletal silhouette of the servant. O glorious one, in your name we set you free. Drink the offering and become redeemed. Ha! You think it is that easy? You think you can say a few words and override the bond? The servant is mine. At that, the beast lets out a terrifying roar and charges towards the group. Aelford shrieks in terror and leaps to the side as a long black limb crashes down on the spot where he stood, sending the heavy iron bowl flying into the air. One braver member of the group stands his ground as the others flee. I am not afraid. I will be... But he will never know what he would be, because with a single swipe of his arm, the servant splits the man in two mid-sentence. The woman in the jade mask turns towards me, and unnervingly, the servant mirrors her movements. I have much to thank you for, horticulturist. The seeds of redemption, those fools, they were ready to unleash an unimaginable terror on this world. The servant that they worship so much, all at once is blood, and I'm the only one who can hold it back. She turns and walks slowly away, the servant following in that unsettling mirrored fashion. My attention is drawn to the body on the floor a few meters away from where I stand. The ground is soaked in blood. I have had some time to reflect on the events of the last few weeks. With our leader dead and our cause in tatters, the Seeds of Redemption has disbanded. Verona and Reuben have made it clear that they want nothing more to do with me. They do not understand what we are trying to achieve. They do not understand that the woken Dendrew cannot, will not, be tamed. The woman in the jade mask may have some hold over it for now, but I know she won't be able to hold it forever. As for myself, I've retreated to Strange Horticulture for the time being. Nobody comes to the shop anymore, which suits me just fine. I will stay out of sight. The woken Dendrew will shake off its shackles sooner or later, and when it does, it will remember those who are loyal. Praise the Dendrew. Ending 7, Bishop's Parasol. Defeated redemption. The redemption has failed, but we must not be dismayed. Reuben Ward is alive, still unaware that the woman in the jade mask is his daughter, Thea. Verona is alive. The sisterhood is alive. Faye is alive. Her dreams have never fully gone away. She is tormented by them, knowing now that they are visions of a terrible reality. Ennis is deceased, killed by the servant. Forrest is deceased, killed by the servant. Thea is alive, remains master of the servant. And I put poor Isidore insane. When I arrive at the stone circle, Elford is already waiting for me. Behind him is a group of 5 hooded figures, all bearing the now familiar mark of the Seeds of Redemption. Did you bring the elixir? We only have one chance at this. It has to be now. I hand over the bottle of brown liquid, and Aelfred snatches at it greedily. The redemption is at hand, my brothers and sisters. Praise the Dendrew. Bring forth the receptacle. A shallow iron bowl is brought forward and placed in front of Aelfred. He mutters some words and pours the brown liquid into the vessel. As he chants softly, a thin tendril of gray smoke begins to ascend, slowly at first, and then rising with his voice, stronger and stronger until it is a whirling vortex 20 feet high. The minutes stretch out as I wait with apprehension for what is to come, but nothing happens. Eventually, Aelfred speaks again. It is done. Now we wait. The sun is hanging low in the sky when we finally hear it, a long, low growl that sends shivers down my spine. Moments later, the woman in the jade mask appears at the western edge of the circle, and then, towering behind her, its head showing above the treetops, the skeletal silhouette of the servant. O glorious one, in your name we set you free. Drink the offering and become redeemed. No, you don't know what you're doing. It must not be set free. The servant starts to move, slowly creeping forward in shuffling steps. The woman focuses hard, straining against an invisible force, but it is no use. She cannot stop the steady progress of the creature. Yes, yes, drink! You are no servant, you must be free! As it reaches the iron bowl, the servant reaches out with slender limbs and raises the receptacle to its mouth. The congregation watches in open-mouthed adoration as it pours the brown liquid down its throat. No! She screams and runs forward, but with lightning speed, the creature spins around and claws flash out, cleaving her in two across the chest. She is dead before she hits the ground. The group of watchers cheer in response, but their elation dies on their breath as the servant turns to face them and lets out a menacing growl. Do not be afraid. It is done. The woken Dendrew will be no slave no more, and we will sit at its right hand as its redeemers. We kneel before you, O glorious one. At that, Aelfred sinks to his knees, and behind him the others hesitantly begin to do the same. It is the last thing they do. In moments the beast is upon them, slashing and slicing with its powerful front limbs, ripping and tearing with its huge jaws. Standing off to one side, I await my fate, rooted to the spot by fear. The servant rears its massive head and shrieks, a piercing primal roar, and with that it is gone, crashing away through the trees. I take in the devastation that is left behind, and my stomach turns. My knees buckle under me, and the world swims and turns dark. I have had little time to reflect on the events of the last few weeks. With Ennis Aelfred dead, the surviving members of the Seeds of Redemption have looked to me for leadership. The redemption itself was successful, but Aelfred failed to recognize the imminent danger that the freed Dendrew posed. However, it is striking that I alone was spared by it. I feel it has marked me for some greater purpose that I do not yet understand. News has spread, and while there are some that are wary and envious of our success, including those who I had thought of as friends, many have pledged their support and joined our cause. We make offerings daily to the woken Dendrew. It cannot be stopped. Praise the Dendrew. Ending 8, Devil's Nightcap, the Redemption. We have set it free. Praise the Dendrew. Reuben and Verona are alive, but won't speak with me. The sisterhood lives. Faye is alive. Ennis Aelfred, killed by the servant. He never got to see the redemption fulfilled. Forrest Vare is also killed by the servant, as well as Thea Ward, the lady in the jade mask. And poor Isidore is insane once more. A small stone shrine sits off to one side of the clearing. 5 grooves run out from the center of the stone, widening into recesses at the base. 5 slots for 5 plants. Alright, Devil's Nightcap, Swiftsnare, Widow's Woe, Long Veracund, and Elderphinium. Well done. I will take it from here. I stand back and watch as Verona walks around the shrine, muttering soft incantations. It feels like a long time passes before she looks up, but in reality it was perhaps only 10 minutes. Nothing's happening. What do you mean nothing's happening? Have we got the right plants? I think so. Perhaps we just need to be patient. A huge splintering crash behind us makes us all spin around to look across the clearing. A huge creature, its head and shoulders visible above the treetops, is making its way towards us, ripping up trees as it advances. The servant. Eee. What was that about being patient? I think we're out of time. At that moment, the woman in the jade mask comes hurtling out of the woods at the other side of the clearing. She takes in the scene and heads towards Reuben, ripping her mask off and flinging it into the dirt. Father! Thea? Reuben runs towards her, and they embrace in the center of the clearing as the servant bears down. I can clearly see the tears flowing down Thea's stricken face as she looks up at her father. I'm so sorry. I've been a fool. I thought I could control it, but I can't. It's too strong. Oh, what have I done? She runs towards us at the shrine, bringing out a small vial of red liquid from within her cloak and thrusting it into Verona's hands. It's blood. My blood. I know what to do. But before she can act, the servant bursts through the clearing, sending 100-year-old ash and elm hurtling as though they were saplings. Do your worst. Reuben locks eyes with the servant and grabs a sturdy branch, running off to the side to draw the creature away from the shrine. The huge beast lunges toward him with a terrifying roar. Reuben brings up the branch as the servant closes the gap and brings its large skeletal claw arching down. The branch splinters and Reuben is sent reeling backwards.
but he doesn't have time to regain his footing before the beast is on him, slashing and maiming. Father, no! Thea crumples to the floor, wailing as Verona fumbles with the stoppered vial, turning back towards the shrine. She pours the blood into a small cavity at its base, and then everything happens at once. The servant makes a desperate charge towards us, and I am certain that we are going to be devoured, but Thea steps forward and raises her arms. Get back, servant! Stop, I command you! The servant falters for a moment, as though wrestling against some invisible force, but it regains control almost immediately. It thrusts one spear-like appendage forward and impales Thea through the abdomen. At the same time, a pillar of bright white light launches out of the shrine towards the servant and hits it in the chest. The huge beast shrieks and staggers backwards, flinging Thea's lifeless body to one side. There is an almighty thunderclap and a blinding flash of light, and suddenly the servant is gone. A patch of charred ground smolders where it stood just moments before. My head is spinning at what just happened. Did it work? Have we defeated the servant? With the dust settled and the servant vanquished, I've been able to reflect on the events of the last few weeks. The devastation wrought by the ancient beast was greater than anyone had imagined. By the end, they had lost control entirely, as has been made clear from the tales coming from Haverage and Burdum. Without our intervention, who can say what the final toll would have been? In contrast, Undamira has never felt so jubilant, so full of life. All the nervous tension that had built up evaporated in an instant, and the people have plowed their energies into celebration and merriment. They do not know the whole truth, of course, that Thea, the woman in the jade mask, was the one who summoned the servant. In the end, she gave her life to help us defeat it. Verona and I have kept quiet by unspoken agreement. And as for myself, well, I'm back in the calm of Strange Horticulture, of course, with Hellbore for company. It's quieter around here, and I miss my friend Rumid, but I am content, and there are always more plants to learn about and discover. Ending 1. Thum, a bloody mess. The servant is gone, a victory of sorts, but one tinged with sadness at the death of our friend. Reuben is deceased and killed by the servant. Verona is alive. She rarely comes to the shop anymore. She does not say it, but you know she is deeply saddened by Reuben's death. The sisters are killed by the servant. Faye Swift is alive. She has not dreamed of the servant since she performed the ritual. Ennis is in hiding. Forrest Fair is wounded but alive. Thea Ward is deceased and killed by the servant. And Isidore is also alive.